Welcome to the Thought Leader Life Credibility Series, where we are helping you to define and enhance your credibility. Join us as we interview thought leaders about what it takes to be credible in their vertical markets. To learn more, check out thoughtleaderlife.com.
Hi. Hey, Mitchell Levy here, global credibility expert, and welcome to this special credibility episode of Thought Leader Life, where we're talking to amazing humans from around the planet on who they are, what they do, in essence, their credibility. Today's guest is Levy MBA, who is the Chief Learning Officer at Laser Focused Leadership Solutions, LLC. He's an agile workforce strategist who helps organizations, leaders, and staff develop mental agility, manage stress, innovate, and increase performance despite disruption. Kelvin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure, and enjoyed our green room conversation. Would like the audience to get to know you better. What is your customer point of pain? What is your CPOP?
Thank you for asking. HR leaders who have a workforce that can adapt to change.
You know, I'd say in any world, in any environment, particularly one of today, where the world is focused on change in such a huge way, that represents a huge problem. Having sat on the board of a public company, having run 4 different CEO networking groups for a decade, change is one of those constants. And when you're sitting there and your organization is not interested or can't adapt appropriately, that's a big problem. Kelvin, tell me a little bit more.
Yes, so organizations, according to Gallup, are running on about 32%, 33% productivity because their staff are unable or not trained on how to either deal with change or manage disruption.
And what is your firm, by the way, huge problem. What do you do? What does your firm deliver?
And that's where I was. And so,
oh, sorry, I jumped in.
That's okay. And so what I do is we come in and help them to customize programming that allows them to not only navigate disruption, but to develop an agile workforce, or do what we call move them from have to want to.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a simple approach and certainly a valuable thing for people to get to. Kevin, how do you have credibility to do what you do?
Based upon our experience over the last 5 years, where we have worked with over 100 clients spanning 45 states, 5 countries, 15 separate industries, including banking, tax authorities, government, small businesses, churches, we have discovered that one of the single most pressing barriers to productivity is the ability to navigate change. And so I have tremendous experience, not only in this space, but being able to customize our programming based upon the data that we've collected over the span of 5 years with these 100 companies.
That's a huge and very beautiful subset of companies to be able to work with. And Kelvin, how do you go about sharing your credibility?
I share my research, understanding how organizations work and handle change through trainings, executive coaching, keynotes, and I also provide what I call pop-up trainings on site at companies.
By the way, I love that name.
Yeah.
I just kind of curious, what is a pop-up training? Tell me a little bit more. I mean, I can imagine what that is, but tell me a little bit more.
A pop-up training is where I will go in and do about a 15-minute segment on a particular issue that an organization may be having. Is just a quick shot in the arm, a quick push toward that, dealing with that particular issue. So nothing too long, but 15 minutes enough to give them some really quick nuggets that they can use to fuel performance the rest of the week.
God, that's so cool. I like that. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
If you're an HR leader and you're sitting there and you have an organization that is just not agile, you have an organization that's not flexible enough to be able to change, you have an organization that is only 30% productive, like any of those things sound horrible to me, you're going to want to reach out to Kelvin MCCREE. Kelvin, what is the best way for people to go about doing that?
Awesome. Great question. They can reach me at my website, www.mylaserfocus.com, or they can reach out to me on LinkedIn under Kelvin MCCREE.
Beautiful. Well, Kelvin, thank you so much for sharing your credibility with us today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
My pleasure. And you guys know the importance, having listened to this, you know the importance of this conversation. So click on the like button, share with your friends, and we'll see you at the next episode of Thought Leader Live. Take care, everyone. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed this episode in the Thought Leader Life Credibility series. Please like this episode, subscribe to our channel on the platform you consume content, and activate us by going to thoughtleaderlife.com/activate.